it dead?
What happened?
This one looks like it's dead.
Oh, it was hatching, but it didn't make it?
I think it's...
How many are still under there? 5?
Yes, sir.
So Pinky's had a mama that went broody on some nest egg gourds we had. And one of the eggs was cracking, but the chick was already dead, huh, child?
Yeah.
Is it still warm? Well, it was underneath her,
Yeah,
huh?
it's warm, but it's not alive.
Well, it had quite a bit of yolk to suck up too, huh?
Yeah, doesn't look like it sucked up any.
Part of life on the homestead is death on the homestead.
It's a pretty little chick, though.
Okay. We'll see what the other ones do.
I'll see if any more are hatching right now.
Boy, look at how big she looks. That is not that big of a chicken to be puffed up
She's
like.
very small, actually. But she's like...
Yeah, she fluffs up really good though, huh?
Yeah,
Okay. You know, there's one thing I've learned recently, and that is, it's a lot easier to make a mess than it is to clean it up. I have multiple purposes for this lean-to off my shipping container I just built. Part of it was to hopefully empty some things out of the shipping container that don't need to be in there. And then I can take some stuff from the house that needs the type of shipping container protection after I take some type of things in the shipping container that only need to be, you know, out of the rain and out of the sun. But I also want to clean up this whole pile of free sources, and there's a difference here. If you saw recently, I went and took down some different buildings, got a lot of good wood, a lot of good metal. A lot of it was used on that lean-to project. But when I'm working on something like that, you know, I'm taking a building down in my own time, meaning I'm not doing it for a job. And I'm also driving around that area doing different things where I don't want a pile of nails on the ground. And I also don't want a bunch of nails all over my property when I get back. So when I took down that metal and that wood, I took out all of the nails ahead of time while I was there. That way when it gets here, it's good and ready to go. Some of this other stuff, like what I'm dealing with right now, this is from a job. So at a job site, I'm getting paid to do something. A lot of this was picket fence. These are all pickets here. I've got some plans for them in the future. I'll see if I get there. But if I'm working for somebody else, I'm not going to sit there and take 6 nails out of every one of these pickets when I'm just supposed to get them cleaned up and get them off site. So those stacked up here in a big pile, probably a couple years ago now. I think that would have been the end of 2020. And it's kind of sat here since. Interesting thing, you know, we're told in scripture to lay up your treasures in heaven, where thieves don't break through and steal, where moth and rust doesn't corrupt. You'd be blown away at how many moths came out of this pile as I've been working on it. I also see some rodent activity underneath this pile, and thankfully it's not really treasures per se to most people. You know, one man's trash is another man's treasure, but thieves ain't breaking through to steal this stuff from me right now. I'll say that. But I figured if I'm gonna tuck this all away and have it where it needs to be, I better go through it first. I better sit there and clean it up and get it to where it makes sense, because I'm gonna do it at some time anyway. So I've been working a bit off and on the past couple days to get this stuff ready to go. I'll give you a better look at it here in a minute. So all these free sources here, crossed here, and those I gotta get tucked away. The kids are drying a tent on a pile of it too. And over there, this stuff all came from some barns I was taking down. It's got no nails in it. It's gonna be tucked away for storage too. And then also what we see over here is the same stuff. More stuff from that. Boo. Not bad looking 2x6s. I'll say that. And some nice 2-inch oak. Very nice. But here, this was a heaping mound for a long time. This is all I still got to go through, but some of these boards have so many nails in them. Here's just a little glimpse of, if you can just look at that line of nails all the way down. And for me, I don't mind reusing nails. I've done that before. There's my bucket. If you can see, there is a good pile of them in there. You know, that's a resource too. I can't make that or grow that. But then all these pickets here are now taken care of. All these here, and there's some 4x4s, all those 2x4s and 2x8s and pickets there and stuff like that. So I thought there was going to be some other good stuff in here for my up top project, which I still got to put some ridge cap on. Found more of that. There's some here. There's some other stuff. So I'll get that up. I do have extra gutter stuff here too. But we're getting it. We're getting it tidied up and put away. It's just a process to sort it out. And right now, this is a whole process of sorting out buckets of stuff. All these little pieces of wire and stuff. I'm gonna need it one day. So I might as well store it. Don't have to go buy more, but trying to keep things kind of organized. That section there is pretty good and tight. Gives me a good idea of what's there. Working on this shelf a little bit right now, and then I'm going to add a couple upper supports here and build a support system to tuck longboards in this way. So there'll be a couple boards drop down from the top to the bottom with some racks. Store a bunch that way. I think here's where the kayaks are coming in, and then I'll have board storage that way too. And I'm contemplating off the back of there, because that's pretty much facing north and a little west, that big opening. I'm contemplating adding something like this, because it's kind of what it's designed for. I've got a whole stack of these guys. Oops, this is a short one. But these are the big flaps that you'll see like at a warehouse store, home improvement store, to go from the overhead doors outside so the forklifts and stuff will run through. I've got a stack of those. And I thought they'd always come in handy for something. Again, it's another something I can't make or grow, so I don't mind if I have access to those type of things, acquiring them and then hanging on to them. But I'm contemplating dropping some of those over the whole back section. That way when the wind and rain comes from there, it doesn't get everything wet in here, and I'll still be able to pass through it and work through it. So I'll see if I get that far, but I'm gonna try to clean some more of this up. Well, at this point, that's all been sorted through. All this wood done is nail free, ready to go. Continue being sorted. A lot of this is shorter. There are some longer ones though too. And then all my new stuff I had was longer for the most part. I picked up this gate at some of those buildings we were tearing down. So I think I'm just gonna use this as the spacer and run a bunch in this way. All I'm gonna do is put a couple boards across back here at the same heights those are, and then just tuck them in from the end, and that'll be there. Here's the section I'm leaving for the kayaks. I got some plans for that. There'll probably be some higher up shorter ones too. And then this section here is still going to be for the longer stuff. But that's my plan at the moment. Let me see how that works. I want them spaced out a little bit too, and to be able to be organized, so that should help with that, having those different sections. Let's screw this up and see what happens. So of course the rebar welded to that gate's a lot thinner, at probably a 1/2 inch, than these 2.5 inch to 4 inch boards. But I got them spaced out where I'll start running and stacking from here down and see what we get as far as storage. So they'll be running across here, being stored off the ground, out of the elements, somewhere dry. And a lot of the shorter stuff is going to be here. Like I said, a lot of the longer stuff is going to be here. And I'm contemplating putting those straps across this back section to keep it all dry. And this will probably run all the way up and maybe be a mixed multitude of stuff. I'll see what I got for ones that fit in here. Are you excited for it? Are you giving it high fives and you're happy to see it? And what do you have on your little head there, girl?
Hat.
A hat? Who got you that hat?
Mama.
Mama, can I see you? Look at you. Well, that's a super cool hat. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Hey Mama, this guy found a package for you, and he's pretty excited about it.
Okay.
So that is a package for you.
All right. Let's see
It's an unexpected blessing.
Okay. Oh my. Whoa.
What you got, lady?
Wow. A nice jug of unsulfured blackstrap molasses.
That's like what, a gallon of blackstrap molasses?
Dad, what's in it now?
Oh, is there a letter? Is there a paper? Give that to Mama.
Wow. What does it say? Here you go, Papa. Give this to Mama from Vera Wolf.
From Vera Wolf. Wow.
Wow.
And what she sent you before, my lady?
She sent me some chocolates. And I think I actually saw a wrapper of that chocolate here just a bit ago. It's right over there.
Really? Oh, wow. Take that to Mama.
Oh, boy. Wow. That's the chocolate.
That is.
Lind. 60% cacao or cocoa.
Yeah, you got it? Yeah, you do.
She sends me some amazing, delicious chocolate. Thank you so much, Vera.
And what happened was I had a video talking about just a lot of failure. I went to 3 different stores and did not find blackstrap molasses anywhere. And I mentioned that in a video, and next thing you know I get an email saying, hey, it should be there Monday. I'm like, what? So, wow. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. What a blessing. I appreciate it.
And
Thank you for thinking
that's
of me.
going to last a bit. And also, this helps with our animals, right, my lady?
Yes.
Because part of what Mama Pepper does is what?
I believe I put some in the dewormer balls, and then I'm also making a immune booster, like smoothie type thing for them or something.
Wow. And then Pinky Pepper, what's she been making lately?
She has been making some smoothies.
Well, and the homemade dog treats, right?
Oh yes, she made the homemade dog treats as well.
Homemade dog treats. And check out this guy's necklace. Can you hold it up? We're going to cover that in a future video. You probably won't be able to see it too good right here, but we're going to cover that in a future video. I've been doing some big brain work around here, right? Yeah? How cool is that?
Exciting, cool.
Bug it out.
I'm so
Hit the
thankful.
like button.
Oh boy.
Mama Pepper out.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
Well, sun's starting to set. That's all picked up and put away. Looking nice. Check this out. Yeah, and it is dense once again. With my storage here, I'm getting a lot of density. What I mean by that is it's packed in here. And this is all the short stuff, remember. The long stuff I still gotta make a home for. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna put some in up here above this that way, or where through all this. Still got a huge section. This here, probably almost maybe 18 by 6, maybe about that. And however tall, like 9 feet tall maybe. So it's doing all right, but yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta sort through all of this mess and pack it in there dense to house it all. And I am thinking I might just drop those things down on the edge here. That'd be pretty good. I did not put a hole in that yet, in the gutter. And it was just a little short. I'm fine with that. Especially if I have my catchment directly below that. Then that would just drop into the catchment anyway. Not sure though, I might back it off a little bit. But all in all, I'd have to say I'm just making painful progress. It's so easy to make a mess. So much more effort to clean it up. So I guess the moral of the story is don't make messes. But there's a lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff. And I can't wait to have it all sorted and take care of it. Look at those pillars. I got those too. I'll have to come up with an idea for it eventually. Huh. And there was my red rake. I'll need a handle, but I found the red rake. Interesting. What's going on over here?
I'm checking on her right now.
Okay.
And these two eggs right there are peeping, and you can hear them. And then you can feel that they're pecking at the shell a little bit.
Wow.
So, like if you, can you hear them?
Yeah, I heard that.
So, her other ones aren't doing anything yet, but I looked in all of them again. And she has 5 eggs that are,
Can you shine the light up at you a little bit?
She has 5 eggs that are going, and then 2 of them are peeping right now and trying to start pipping. So hopefully,
By morning.
hopefully they'll have something pipped by tomorrow. And if they don't, then they might just do it
You might
next
pip
day.
it for them?
Maybe. If I can hear that they're trying harder, then I will.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then
But you said give them a day or 2 even, huh?
yeah,
Like all day tomorrow to work
to
with
see what happens.
Awesome. Well, that's exciting. And hey, you gave her something to do since she was broody, right? Mm-hmm. Very good. Thank you. I'm going to work till I can't see anymore, but I can't video much later, so that'll be that. It's painful progress, but it's progress, and every bit helps, you know. I did quite a few other things today. I wasn't out here all day. But the time I did have out here has been invested wisely, and I like it, so we'll see you next time. Papa out.